Alright, what's going on guys? Nine Divine Gaming here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play Minecraft properly. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, go ahead and hit single player, and then you see where it says New World. Go ahead and change that to something cool, for example, Pain. And then you see where it says Survival, go ahead and change that to Creative by double clicking. And difficulty normal, and allow commands. Turn that off because commands are for lazy people. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to world, and world type default, and it will just of course generate a random seed and generate structures, blah blah blah, all that cool stuff that we're not going to worry about. Now you just hit create new world, and then we're just gonna sit here and wait for it to well, create the world, so however long that takes. Alright, so now that we're in our new snowy world, this is good, and we are on top of a tree. So what we're gonna do is, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna search around for a nice green area, or a nice green area of grass or something. Why is it snowy? I have no clue. But you know what, the first thing you're gonna do is find a nice flat open area, so please stand by while I search for that. You know what, on second thought, this is good on second thought, so, and sometimes you might end up in situations like this. When that happens, just go ahead and create yourself some stairs and get out like this, just like that. Okay, so, now that you found your area, which I guess you don't really need a nice wide open area, and this seems to be ice, which is, interesting because it's so cold. I guess it makes sense. Anyway, now that you found your nice open area, first thing you're going to do is go to your inventory, and go to your massive inventory, go to tools and utilities, and you go ahead and grab your netherite pickaxe and equip it. Now, next thing you're going to do, now that you have your netherite pickaxe, is dig straight down. And just dig for however long it takes to, well, I guess that didn't take long at all. So now that you are several hundred feet under the earth, what you're gonna one of two things will happen. One is you end up on the other side of the map, and two is you end up in a chasm like this. So if you end up in the chasm, you're doing something right. If you end up on the other side of the planet, well, you're obviously doing something wrong. So now what you're gonna do is, again, go to your inventory, go to redstone blocks, scroll down, and find the TNT. And then just move that netherite pickaxe to anywhere. And then what you're gonna do is just start layering TNT everywhere, and just make as much of a mess as you can of it, you know? And of course, if you're underwater, that's even better. But anyway, either way, what you're gonna do is just basically fill this entire area with TNT. And then, please hold. This could be quite some time, and of course, bump your stuff out of the way if you do so desire. Just like that, and then just back underwater. And just make sure you get every nook and cranny covered, and make sure you leave a pathway to get back up wherever you came in. Whichever that is. It's right here, okay. So just make sure you leave some space so that you can come up to find that entrance and go back up. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, please hold. I'll be right back once I've finished filling this entire area. So see you in a minute. Okay, so now that you are completely enclosed in TNT, believe it or not, I actually did fill that entire chasm, and I'm gonna prove it here in a second. But now that you've filled the entire chasm with TNT, now what you're gonna do, you might notice that it's gotten dark, and that is okay. That's just exactly perfect environment for this, because it'll get a better view. So now what you're gonna do is just hold the jump button, in this case space, and then just start building more TNT out of there, and here we are back on the surface. Now, don't worry about anything you may hear. You might hear a few things underneath, but don't worry about that because it's not important. So now what you're gonna do is just surround this. If you're next to a tree, that's fine. But you generally want to use a nice wide open space, and here's what I'm getting at. So now that you've filled that entire hole with TNT, now you're just gonna build up maybe an entire apartment complex with TNT, but I'm just gonna cut to the chase and say don't do that because this is a tutorial after all. Well, either way, now that you've got a nice foundation here, I'm not gonna build an entire apartment, so don't worry, I'm not gonna keep you for that. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna build kind of a pyramid-like structure so that you can have a better view of everything. And yes, and as I said before, believe it or not, I did actually fill that entire void down below with TNT, so don't you worry, it's gonna be fun. Creative mode, don't worry if you end up mining stuff that you didn't want to mine, but either way, you left click to mine usually. Anyway, this is kind of what we're looking at. This is the entrance to that big chasm that we just filled up. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to open your inventory again, and then go to Tools and Utilities again, and find your flint and steel, and equip that. Close the inventory, and then scroll till with your mouse wheel until you find the flint and steel, and then just light the dynamite, and then step back and watch the fun. Okay. Now, if you do it right, the entire place should be blown open, and that is good. And well, just make sure that you're not with it when it blows open. So. Of course, you'll notice you collected 30 something. I don't know what that is, but oh, it's cobblestone. Okay. But yeah, believe it or not, dynamite can actually explode underwater, which is useful. But anyway, yeah, once you've blown this whole chasm open, now you got to figure out a way to drain the water, or do you? I don't really see a point in draining the water, but except to just blow open this entire chasm. So now what you're gonna do is grab your TNT again and just kind of make a big floor of TNT, kind of as a self-destructing pattern in a way, like in a case of an emergency thing. So you want to layer a floor of it just like that, and just keep layering every single wall with TNT, and don't leave any stone unturned. Except, I'm just gonna save you guys some time and just keep layering. Just keep it nice and small. And by that, I mean, it's gonna take me a while. So hold, please. Okay, so in my time laying all that out, I forgot to mention that after that first demolition, you should have unlocked the ability to fly. So you do that by double tapping the spacebar, and also you've also unlocked the ability to lay multiple things down by holding the right mouse button, whatever your build is. But here's what I've done so far. Now, if you're wondering how many pieces of TNT I have here, honestly, I have no idea. But all I know is it's not nearly enough until you basically look in this one single direction. All you see is a brick wall of TNT. But either way, I think at this point this should be enough to get done what you need done. So now just build out a long line of it. Safety first, right? Oh, not an netherite pickaxe, of course. You don't want that, nor do you want your flint and steel right off, because here's why. You don't want to set something off prematurely, of course. So now what you're gonna do, now that you've built that out, and then you've built this whole wall of TNT and this big old area of TNT, which you just keep laying until you're bored, which I am getting to that point, you know? But either way, now that you've got this whole area basically covered with TNT, just a giant area of TNT, now what you're going to do is grab your flint and steel and go to wherever that end was that you made with the TNT, then light it by pressing the right mouse button, look right at your creation as it all blows up in your face, and just, if you're lucky, this should happen as you're, and yeah, if you're lucky, all of that should happen just perfectly. And, well, who knows where all of this leads, but either way, that's how you clear that out. Make sure if you have any leftover TNT, you just light it and allow it to blow up, no matter whether it's in water or whatever, again, using your fly ability. Just let it blow up right in your face if you wish, but yeah, of course, every time you blow it up, you make sure you look right at it. So here's another thing I'm gonna do. I am going to place TNT there, and well, where's the lava source? I may have blocked it. Yeah. So in that case, if that happens, well, what you gotta do is allow it to blow up, and now that you've got this big old chasm, now you can start building, but that's, you know, that's all the basics and everything. And now that you have a big old thing here, I'm not sure where the water source is or why it's flowing the way it is, but the point is we've done enough damage over here. And also ignore that notification in the top right that keeps saying new recipes unlocked. I forgot to mention that, so my bad. So I guess I'm not that good of an instructor, but you see, look at all this view that you have now. At first it was just this boring wasteland that you guys saw earlier, but now it's a nice wide open area with a load of water flowing, and now you know what it's time for? It is time to go ahead and build an end portal. So, yeah, I didn't mean to drop that, but now what you're going to want to do is basically, stop it. Grab some, not an end portal. Go ahead and go to your natural blocks, grab some obsidian, and equip it into one of those weird spaces that you don't need, where you collected all sorts of crazy stuff. And then ice bucket challenge. Well, I don't know what that means, but either way, what you're gonna want to do now is create a big doorway like this, and then just do that, and then down like this. Now what you're going to do is scroll back to your flint and steel and then night. Just like that. And you should end up with a portal like this. Now, go through that portal, which apparently I can't. Actually, you know what? Okay, I've just gone through this portal. Now you should be in kind of a very funny area. I don't know what these blocks are. But now that you're in this area, this is where it's gonna get fun. So, now what you do is you just ignore all the growling and stuff, because that's just our good friend here, the zombie pig guy or whatever. And then, you can light something on fire. If you can't, well, that's okay. Point is, now that you've entered this area, now what you're gonna do is just look around and see if you can find anything of use. Which, I don't know what that is, but, it looks like redstone, but... no, it's not redstone. It can't be redstone. It's not like that. But yeah, if you're in an area like this, then just... if you're all closed off on every side, unless... wait, this might lead someplace. So let's just bump through here, and also make sure you have your netherite pickaxe just in case you find anything of use, you know, like these rocks that I keep mining. But the point is, it doesn't look like there's anything left. So what you're gonna do is go back to that portal that you made and just kill it. So now that you found nothing in there, that was basically a pointless trip. And now, if you want to fast forward, of course, let me show you how. To daylight, because it's kind of dark out. So what you're gonna do is first get rid of some of this crap collected that as as you probably know, is useless. Get rid of the cobblestone and keep the essentials. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to tools and utilities or something. Worst case scenario, you go to your search items and type bed, and go ahead and grab the red bed because I like red. To get out of that, you go back to any tab and E, press the right click there, and then you just sleep in the bed until the sun comes up, just like that. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you build it on top of a tree, so that when you get out of bed, you're fine, and make sure you get rid of the bed too. Now, we'll go back to our place over here. Let's go back to the ice, shall we? Maybe. Yeah. Let's just plop right down here on the ice, and then well, that's basically a way to get started. But now let me show you how you gotta. Now let me show you how. Actually, you know what? That's how you get started with Minecraft. So of course, just don't worry about building houses because that's again for lazy people to do. Now I'm gonna go and take out this polar bear while I wrap it up. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. Also hit the big red subscribe button down below and turn on notifications if you want to be notified about my latest uploads. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you want me to give more tutorials like this on how to play Minecraft properly. So either way, let me just wish you all the best. So you all have a great day, okay? Alright, have a good one.